Some false teachers who hear about the animal oxymoron of Young Earth Doctrine will resort to Young Earth damage control. Those false teachers will claim that God made only a few dozen animal species by the end of the 6th calendar day in a Young Earth 6th calendar day creation scenario. And while subscribing to that scenario, those false teachers will claim that God resumed creating animals after the 7th calendar day. Presumably, they would claim that the 7th calendar day occurred approximately 6,000 years ago. And while subscribing to the aforementioned scenarios, those false teachers could produce a couple of instances of Young Earth damage control. First of all, those false teachers could claim that Adam named only a few dozen animal species on the 6th calendar day before God made Eve also on the 6th calendar day. Consequently, those false teachers could claim that there was no animal oxymoron of Young Earth Doctrine. And by claiming that God resumed creating animals after the 7th calendar day, they could account for the millions of animal species that currently exist. Furthermore, those false teachers could claim that only a limited number of animal species existed by the time of the flood, which they claim was a planet-wide flood. By doing so, they could claim that Noah's Ark was big enough to accommodate every species of terrestrial animal that lived on planet Earth at the time of the flood, an alleged planet-wide flood. That is some fancy Young Earth damage control. However, the aforementioned scenarios contradict the Holy Bible. If you read all of number 6 in the 11-point list of chapter 51 in Jesus Christ Created the Heavens and the Earth, then you will read about the completed creation doctrine of Genesis 2:1, and you will also read about the divine revelation of the non-preterist 7th day. Simply put, God will not perform any works or creation miracles in this universe after the 7th day starts in the way of preterism. Always remember that God revealed in Exodus 20:11 that the Genesis creation days are long overlapping days. The Young Earth damage control scenarios that are referenced in this video contradict the Holy Bible. It is heresy to claim that God made only a few dozen animal species by the end of the 6th calendar day in a Young Earth 6th calendar day creation scenario, and then resumed creating animals on an 8th calendar day. Genesis 2:1-2 reveals that the 7th day cannot possibly start in the way of preterism until God permanently ceases his creation miracles and works within this universe. The 7th day has not yet started in the way of preterism. The 7th day will be an eternal day, a day with an eternal future. There is no way to hide the animal oxymoron of Young Earth Doctrine. Young Earth Doctrine is a false doctrine. Young Earth Doctrine is heresy. Jesus Christ is Lord.